Assalamu alaikum. This is a red letter. Once upon a time, a princess lived with her evil stepmother, and one night the moon turned full and red and fell into her lap, so she bled. But the evil stepmother made her sit still and stoic in the middle of her menses, waiting for her father to come home to the rescue. And the evil stepmother, who would not even give the princess so much as a regular napkin, went on to write the celebrated period poem. And it had all of the imagery and simile of an ode to girl power and a smack down the patriarchy, but like all of those heroic stories of Columbus or Betsy Ross, the period poem was just a blood clot fairy tale written by a siren who lied on her husband and forged her own mama's name to pay for the fake breast she stole. And perhaps that's why the period poem feels paper thin like onion skin and fabricated, like the author's freckles, courtesy of a tattoo gun and not a kiss of sun, as she would lead us to believe. But any facade with holes in it is easy to see through, and a snake may even have spots, but it's never confused for a leopard. And the rust in this harpy's heart makes her kisses taste like irony. And while her hips used to be my chalice, I could never drink her Kool-Aid because I watched her put on hijab too many times and pretend like she was facing Mecca, only to pray to the false idol that she found in her own mirror. And as an actual Muslim, I never bought the Bible myth, never thought that God made sisters bleed because Eve convinced Adam to eat from an apple tree, because if that were really true, then Adam was the one with the vagina. Now, some say that cupping is a healing ritual for bad blood. Others call it simple masochism. But I guess I simply gotta suffer her backstabs until she gets sick of kissing massa. She likes to cover my cuts with her diva cups to collect my blood as her burnt offering because her own bone marrow is disabled like Cain's. But my dearest Dominique, it's time to let this protest go and stop using your menstrual flow as a minstrel show, acting no better than Doc Sims, who mutilated all of those slaves to give the world the gift of gynecology and a product that we ironically call Stay Free. And please note that if you abort the fetus of your teenage lover who used to be your student, you should really stop calling yourself an educator. But pedophiles are like hemophiliacs on heavy days, so you'll probably hemorrhage until your veins run dry. But no one's fooled anymore by your pools of fake blood. No one's confusing you for Audrey or Gwendolyn. No one's thinking that you're Angela or Asada born again. No, you be the Judas blowing kisses of betrayal, bleeding out into a potter's field. You be like that black nurse down in Tuskegee helping spread syphilis to your own people. You be the FBI snitch who gave up Fred Hampton's apartment blueprint. You be the self-hate that shot down and took Malcolm away. And no matter how many times the graphic arts department tries to update your image, you're still the same old Aunt Jemima, and you're bleeding house Negro blood through your parentheses. And as for me, I got plenty of problems, but lying bitch ain't one. So I wrote 99 verses to nail on every door of every open mic temple. And my dearest Dominique, you get a big fat red F on your chest and on your test for failing your auntie Carlotta's legacy, and for misappropriating the hashtag Me Too, and for inspiring the hashtag She Lied on Me Too. And what happened to Cosby and Harvey just might happen to you. And I hope they get R. Kelly soon. But in the meantime, I'll be doing my best Hannibal Buress impression, laughing while your ugly sweaters slowly unravel. And that princess at the beginning of the story, well, she turned out just fine because the blood that she bleeds has the same DNA as mine. She's a little soldier who can sit still and stoic in the middle of her own menses, unbothered, praising Allah for the unconditional love of her father. Dear Dominique, you remember the moral of the story. Try to touch me and mine and you get touched back. And some of us like to pretend that we run with wolves, but I'm an alpha, boo. I run the whole pack. And P.S., here's a PSA to let you know that this is just a prequel. And since I'm sure that this red letter will inspire a clap back, I've already written a sequel. Peace.